Welcome back to Tools and Track. Yeah, we're not in the unit today. That's because you and I need to have a little heart to heart. I think I've done something a little rash. Those of you who have watched the channel now for however long will know I like a fast car. I also like to build fast cars, and that's really where the TVR and the channel started. Of course, it's been a while since the TVR's seen any airtime, and there's a reason for that. I'm done. The car's more or less built. With the best will in the world, I think it might be time for a change. But to fully understand why I'm at that point, we need to backtrack a bit. Many moons ago, before I did professional unit stuff, I had a massive garage, and I really got carried away when I got that. At one point I had up to 7 cars, which was really probably more than I should have had. Out of all of those cars, the only one that worked was my daily driver. And the daily driver, frankly, was so what I ended up doing was scuttling all of those and starting afresh with one project car. And that project car was the TVR. Now, that was nearly 10 years ago, and since then I've made a rule: never have more than 4 cars. Now that's not a rule for you guys, definitely a rule for me. Now I've got the daily, I've got the TVR, we've got the Impressive which we've just restored, and we're building a low cost. So I'm at my peak. However, I do have the hankering for something new. It's a one in and a one out if I need to do a change. And that one out needs to be the TVR. So, all going well, we may have a person coming to take it away. Well, fuck. Now why have I just done this? Why is the TVR now no longer with me? Just like Dominic Toretto has his Dodge Chargers, and like Memphis Reigns has his Mustangs, I too have that unicorn, that Eleanor that has so far irked me that I don't quite have. Now, I'll be honest, I've owned this before, so it's not a big departure from kind, but because I don't have one now, it has bugged me for years. Especially, as you probably guessed, because it's Japanese, there's a good chance I might not get the opportunity to buy this again. Prices are on the up. So I think it's time for me to go all in, throw it all in black, and get it. So that's what we've done. This is the story of me finding that unicorn. Now, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm looking for a car, the first place that I tend to go to is eBay. Call it a force of habit, I don't know. eBay seems to be the place. So, I'm going to be honest, I have hunted and hunted for one of these now for weeks on end. Now, most Japanese cars, if they're big successful ones, have got a UK version and the Japanese only version. Now, there are scant opportunities to get a UK version of this because, clue 1, it's over 25 years old. So most UK numbers have rotted away to insignificance. With that in mind, I'm probably going to have to look to Japan and probably import one of these. Now this is something that people have been doing for decades, but I myself have never actually done. Now I've bought a grey import in the past, but from somebody who's previously imported it. So for me, this is going to be a bit of a new experience. So let's share it. Now you can do this process yourself, to be quite honest. I, however, can fix a car. Importing one, dealing with all the paperwork, not so much. So I'm going to go speak to another company and see if they can find me one. Right, that's the last email sent. I found, using Japan Yahoo auctions, one example of this car, this particular model that I want, and I've just spoke to BHP Imports down in Newcastle, and with a bit of back and forth, I've won the auction. I've paid the fees, so it's currently April on the watch that I don't have on. So we're going to pick this up in a few months when this bad boy's hopefully in the UK. Oh, this is going to be a long wait. I'm glad I've got the Subaru to deal with. Right, it's currently June, so time has passed, hair has grown, and we've got a car in the UK. It's came in through the Hoye Shanghai V100, and I've been sat daily watching this little vessel on Vessel Tracker move. Now, it's landed here. I spoke to BHP, they've got all the registration documents done, because when the car lands here, it's not a UK car. You need to pay the import fees, and then with that, get the car MOT'd, and then with that, send all the documents to the DVLA. Once they fudge around and do their thing, I should then find, on my doorstep, because I own the car, a V5. And once the V5's here, I can now take the car home. So, what I need to do now is wait for the V5 to land. The problem is, in a couple of days I go on holiday. So I'm kind of hoping it lands before then. God damn it. God damn it. Buzzing. Right, what have we got? DVLA. Yes, application to register a vehicle showing VIN number, blah blah blah. First registration fee paid, tax paid, authorised. Which means one fresh V5. Number of former keepers, nil. Was registered overseas, declared manufactured 1991. Got any clues yet? So my H-Reg car is now ready to collect from Newcastle. Let's go into the collection stage. Slight change of plan here, guys. What I hoped we were going to have is a fully registered car and a road trip down to Newcastle to collect it. The problem is, well, the car's not exactly in great condition. Now, I will say this about BHP. I was fully upfront with them at the start. I wasn't looking for a mint car. I just want this in the UK, and that was the remit. So none of this is on BHP. I accept that this thing's probably going to be a bit shonky. Now, as we're not getting a road trip down to Newcastle to collect it, I'll tell you up front right now, I've bought myself a Toyota Supra, but it's not going to be what you think. So we'll get to that. As the car won't drive, I've asked them to just ship it to me instead. And that'll kind of solve the problem, I guess. So it's going to be here tomorrow morning. So we're going to go down and get it off the trailer and see what nick it's in. If you're just joining this because you've seen Supra and you're like, ooh, go have a look at what we're about in Tools and Track. Obviously, we just don't buy mint cars and polish them up. This is going to be quite similar to what I've done with the Impreza. I want to restore something, and this is going to need a restoration. Anyway, we've buried the lead long enough. Let's have a look at this car that's getting delivered. Dude, is that a Supra? Yes, yes it is. I'll get into it more in the next episode, but this is actually my dream car. And it's a recurring dream, I'll explain why, but the Mark III Supra is the one. That's what I've been wanting for bloody ages. And now, after a long journey, I have it. You'll probably note on the back it says TTR. Now, the twin turbo R154 manual is, in my opinion, the one to have in this model of JZA70, which is what this is. The problem is, as you probably guessed, it is utterly shagged. So, it's a project. It's always a project. You see what we did with the Subaru? I've made a promise to myself now. If I want any of these cars that I've always promised myself, I'm not just going to go buy the best one. After all, I've got the talent. If I'm going to go and spend money on a car, I should at least save one rather than just buy one. It's only fair, isn't it? So, what is now going to happen over the next few weeks is this guy is going to get put back to the way it should be. Now, I'll stop you right there. I'm not deleting all the JDM Drifto nonsense. Some things will go, some things will stay, some new things will come along. But that car is going to be A1, believe me. Patreon's running up the side of the screen. Thanks for your support. It is the low cost support, by the way. This has replaced the TVR, and it will probably use up all the funds I've made from selling the TVR to get it the way I want it. But it'll be worth it. If you don't know what it's about, patreon.com/toolsandtrack. Go have a look at the low cost project, because that is really what this channel's based on. If that's not for you, thanks for popping along and seeing what supers are all about. There will be more to come. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button and share this to all your super friends, because there will be a lot more content on that coming soon. And in the meantime, guys, drive safe.